Hey, this is Darian Hickman recording on the personal version of Google Meet. I'm going to start a presentation soon about a game I built a long time ago called Village the Game. Hi, everybody. This is Darian Hickman. I am the founder of a now defunct effort called Village of the Game. Way back in 2006, I created a card prototype of what would later become a series of games. The whole goal of the game was to show off business solutions to poverty. One quick example is this Kickstart irrigation pump, which is still in effect today. They basically are used to help farmers grow 10 times more food than they could without. So, like, imagine a 2-acre farm out somewhere in the remote part of Kenya, and farmers used to dragging water from a well out to their field, and instead they get this guy, and now they can irrigate 10 times more effectively. And this one single innovation has helped hundreds of thousands of families throughout all the agricultural parts of Africa to go from extreme poverty to their middle class. Yeah. So when I first started off making games, I thought it'd be okay. Well, let's just show off that this thing even exists. And so there's a lot of fun games out there. We may as well just make one that's quick and easy to prototype. And so we started off. I was inspired by a friend who knew way more about collectible card games than me. And so we started off with a game called Third World. And it was just really, so here's really basic example of like, his great insight was that, okay, well, it can't all be puppies and sunshine. So like my bias is like, hey, only show off things that are positive. And he said, no, there just has to be some game where it's like competitive, some kind of conflict. And so we went with the idea of, okay, well, there's lots of good businesses that you could start in developing countries, and there's a lot of bad businesses that you could start in developing countries. So just show them duking it out. And we did that. So we made a game where you could do something heroic, like create a windmill farm and have a certain cost and profit associated with that. Or you could do things like have a professional kidnapping ring and go with their various what do you call it? Do various actions that could go along with creating those types of businesses, like whether it's bribing officials or establishing a press office, all different types of positive and negative actions along with that. And it turned out to be quite fun. And on top of, just being deliberately choosing something that was quick and easy to prototype, it ended up being a just overall positive experience of just I really enjoyed developing developing things with artists like illustrative artists. I enjoyed prototyping with a friend who's just really smart and very experienced with that type of game mechanic. And that was kind of like, before I even knew the terms, that was a great opportunity to learn the whole process of developing a product and just getting it out the market. Now, what happened? Well, why didn't I ever get it to product market fit? I got some publicity very early on, and I was very pleasantly surprised by that. And I felt like it was time to go ambitious. So I immediately ceased development on the card game and went straight into building a video game, which ended up being a massive mistake. I could have learned a lot just doing product market fit on a collectible card game. So I didn't know that at the time. I still had a very art mindset when I was building this thing out. And I didn't know things like how powerful it was to just do something simple like this and do the customer feedback loop as quickly and early as possible, and to do the whole startup mantra: fail fast and learn from your mistakes. So just had a lot of work to do to grow there. And at that point in my life, I had not done anything crazy financially, but stay tuned. There'll be further episodes where I do go nuts. So already covered this. Lessons learned, really enjoyable. I confirmed that things that I already knew, that I doing creative projects with friends is super, you know, my favorite type of community. Prototyping games is pretty darn easy, and I enjoyed hiring and working with talented artists. Thanks for listening. I'll share more game prototypes as I move forward.